Hi folks, in today's tech tip, I wanted to take a little bit of a look into using hyperlinks in Google Slide decks. Obviously, most people are aware that you can create links in Google Slides to other things, so a URL to an external website or something like that, or a video that you'll insert. But I wanted to really focus on the way that you can create links within a slideshow to other slides to direct people to content really quickly. And also because that can be quite fun, you can do some quite fun games with pupils, doing like if-then games. We'll have a look at that or an example of that in a moment. The most obvious thing that comes to me is thinking about my classroom, where I have lots of different slideshows about different topics. And when it comes to the end of the year and pupils are doing revision, they might find it quite challenging to kind of tie that all together, without going, looking through your classroom and trying to find all the individual slideshows. So this could be a really good way to tie all those different resources in one place and organize them really effectively. And there's lots of other ways that you could use this. So we'll just dig straight into it. The first thing to be aware is that when you go into a slide deck and you create anything, whether that be a text box, this is a screenshot of another slide that I've just kind of cropped down to fit, or just a photograph of something relevant to the slide, we can create links within our slideshow so that when we click on one of these items, it will take us to a specific slide. So the easiest way to do that is to use the shortcut Control K, so on your keyboard Control and K, or alternatively you can go to Insert and then go down to Link if you can't remember the shortcut. Now I've already done this for slide 1 here, so you'll see that if I'm on slideshow mode and I hit slide 1, that will take me to slide 1. But we'll do the same for these others. So if we're going to do Control K here, we want to just type in slide, and this one's going to be slide 3. I'm going to say slide 3, and then it'll give me the options of what I can choose to link to there. Enter, and now when I go into slideshow, if I click on that, it would just take me directly to slide 2, or what would be slide 3 in the slide deck, but I'd call slide 2. And likewise here, we could do the same for the last slide. So it's a really quick, easy way of just being able to create almost a menu on your home page, as it were, that will take people to specific parts of your slideshow. And as I said, that could be a collation of different slideshows. It could be specific content about a topic you're doing. But in any case, it's just quite a kind of handy way of directing people through your slideshow. So that'll take us here. And even in there, you'll see that on this slide, I've inserted a little shape in that slide there that has a link to the first slide. So when you're doing this, if you do Control K, you'll see you can actually just do the last slide, and you can do first slide and various other things. So that means that we can kind of create a really easy way for people to get to a specific slide and then just get back to our menu really quickly and easily, so they can go back and forth between different pieces of content. You can, of course, also link to an external slideshow. For example, if I wanted to go to a specific piece of revision, I'll just edit this one here. I know that I've got a couple of slideshows called revision, so if I just go in here, right, paragraph common exam revision slideshow, that would allow me to link directly into that other slideshow. And I could even, instead of having it open in this kind of editing view, if I wanted these other slideshows, for people only to be able to look at them, I could just go down here to share, publish to web, and if I get the publish to web link, I'll copy that from here and change the link in here. So let's put that publish to web link in, which is just essentially making our slideshow a web page that people can see without actually opening up as an editable, or the appearance of an editable slide. So when we do that now, it will actually just load the slide in a window so that somebody could look through it, but they're not going to see it in that kind of editing view. So there's quite a few, I'm sure there's a lot of different possibilities with that. And the one I wanted to highlight was one of these, and this is somebody else's example, but it's an if-then adventure story. So in this slide here, the teacher has created slideshows for a range of different groups who've all made their own slides that have their stories in them. So this is a separate slideshow here that a pupil's made, or a group of pupils. And so when it's set in slideshow mode, if we go to here and we go to Food Frenzy, that links to that particular pupil's slideshow or group of pupils. And when you open their slideshow, and again, you could have done this with a publish to web, so it wouldn't open with that editable view. It then lets you create a kind of a story game that you play. So you can kind of choose your characters and kind of click to go to different things. So for example, we could be Mr. Pancake. And then, it gives us some other options. All right, ask to go on an adventure. All right, okay, decide to ask, okay, we'll go here. So your pupils could use this to make their own little kind of their own little story that people could kind of make their own way through. I'm sure, as I say, there are lots of other options or interesting ways that you could use this, but I thought it was just worth highlighting because I think it's something that people maybe sometimes forget that you can do in slides. Hopefully you found that useful. Bye.